Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Unit Lost, and today we're going to take a look at the new map. This is Eichenwalde, obviously, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and run around the map before the guys on the show floor start joining into the game, and it sort of boots me into a full game, so we can kind of have a look and just see what's going on the map, and kind of discuss the pros and cons of the map, because I think it's a very good map, but I got one little issue, and we'll get onto that issue in a second. So this is the attacker spawn. As we come out of the attacker spawn, you can go to the left to this area, which I don't really know what this is all about, to be honest, because I don't know why you would ever come down here, because I don't think we're ever going to see defenders defending here in this area right in front of the spawn, because that's obviously the spawn there coming through here. I don't think we're ever going to see that. However, when I did come around here the first time, I was like, oh, look at this. This is going to be a choke. Well, not a choke, but like a flank for Farah. It's not, though. There's an invisible wall. I think a decent Farah player could possibly make it over there, but yeah, you can't. There's an invisible wall. That's a bit weird. So if we go out of the right-hand side of the spawn, which of course there are side exits on the spawn, so up here, that is one of the other exits on the spawn, and there's a spawn exit around the other side over there. But yeah, you come out of the spawn on the right-hand side, you can go into this room, there's a large health pack, you can take the stairs up there, which will take you to this area, which I'll show you in a second. You can also go through this way here, and you can kind of fire under the archway, and that's the only issue I've got with this map, is that archway, but when we get there, I'll explain what my issue is. You can come up to here, which gives you like a position to fire onto the bridge. I mean, because essentially what you're going to see is defenders will be there in the choke on the high ground here, and then they will be probably at the back over there and possibly over there, because this is a very easy choke to hold. So yeah, if you continue coming around the right hand side, you've got a small health pack here, a guitar shop or a music shop there, and that pretty much covers this area. I mean, there's this little room here, and these are the stairs which take you down to the large health pack there. And if we move back over here, there is this room over here which does have a large health pack. I think I said the previous room had a large one, that's a small one. This is a large health pack. Or did it have a large one? Whatever, I'm confused. I'm trying to get through this quick before people join, guys. I'm sorry. So, yeah. This choke, I do not like this choke. This is too easy to defend, like really too easy to defend. And it seems like it needs, like, you know, maybe another way to get through, because currently you can run straight through, you can jump over the top, or if you're somebody like Farah, you can like jump up. Oh, I've totally butchered this. Yeah, there you go. And you can fly over the top, and then you can get into this area. So when you get into this area, well, I mean, I think I just straight up say this now. I think the rest of the map's brilliant. I just don't like the start of the map. The rest of this stuff, though, like this massive line of sight blocking tower there, is actually pretty good, because the control point is behind that, so you don't have direct fire onto the point. However, if you take a right and you go this way, this is an awesome flank route, because this takes you around the back of the actual first, you know, the assault point, the control point, whatever you want to call it, to activate the payload, because that's where it is. And this is a very nice position to be in. Also, as well, when you're in this position and you do capture it, you can jump over, if you're like a Junkrat, a Genji, or like a Farah, and you can get into the next area. But we'll get onto that in a second. So if I just wait for my jump jets to recharge. I don't need to. I'm a pro Farah, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if you run around this area then, so you can go into the tower, obviously, so you could duck in there for a bit of cover. There's a small health there. That takes you, well, this here takes you up to the archway on the bridge. You go around to the left-hand side, you can see a like a small health pack there. This here is the secondary attacker spawn, and that's kind of this area, to be honest. I mean, you move around here, that's also one of the doors to the secondary attack spawn. You can go into this, which is Jaeger. I think that means hunter, right? Jägermeister? I've probably drunk a lot of that, I don't know. Into a hunter's lodge, and there's a small health, and you can move around here, and then you can move up to the top, and you could take that route, which we will take in a second. But this gives you a decent vantage point over the actual point. You can't destroy this at the moment, but I'm told that this will all be destructible in the final version of the map. So then, if we move down into this area, this is the first checkpoint door of the payload, right? So once this opens, you've got a lot of options now. You can either run straight through, which might be considered suicide, because this area of the map is really, really nice. There'll be defenders up there. There'll be defenders there. There could be defenders there. There could be defenders there. There could be defenders there. There is a lot of options here. So if you move to the right, this is probably my favorite attack position at the moment. Now, obviously, I haven't had extensive experience. I've not played in full teams with communication and such. But it just seems to me that this attack path to the right seems pretty good, because you miss out a lot of this open space over there. Now, you can fly over this and get up to here if you're like, you know, Farah, or Hanzo could climb up there, or, you know, anyone with a movement ability like that, Genji, Junkrat, Diva. And maybe you can get behind any kind of defenders that are sitting on this point. If you don't want to do that, though, you could go into this area and you can move down here. There is a large health pack there, and you can also go down into this area here. And this is kind of a nice little area. This is like the, well, it's not a drawbridge, it's like a bridge over the moat with no water. But you can get into here and you can like pop up behind defenders and do work. So that's a nice little choke point. I'm going to run back now and I'm going to show you the left-hand attack sort of route you can take. So if you go to the left, you can move round here. No, sorry, we don't want to go that way. That's going to take us back to the first point. If we move this way, you can come all the way around here. There is an option to go up high there, or we can go below. So if I just quickly run to the top, you can see the small health pack there, and this takes you on top of the, I guess this bridge here, which again is a nice defender's position. This is a really nice position here, because you've got a lot of cover, and you can see straight down to that, I guess it's a choke, but you can see straight down to the door there. And when the attackers come through, you can actually do quite a bit of work on them from here. I found this to be quite a good position, especially for like somebody like Hanzo. And of course, Hanzo's got some very good buffs on the PTR at the moment, so yeah, I think he's going to be loving that. So yeah, if I jump back down here and we go on the lower route, there's a small health pack there. We can run to the other side of the map if we want to there, and that takes us to that area where we can jump up from below on the bridge on the the wooden rafters. And here's one of the spawns here as well. And then this brings us around to here. But we can also come down here. I mean, I can fly over here and just drop down here. This, again, is like another little area you can work with and, you know, another potential flank. So I really, really, really like this area of the map. I think this is probably my favourite area of the map. It's great. I think after the first archway, that's great as well. I like this area better just because there seems to be a lot of options, especially if you're on the defence here. I mean, look at this area here. Look at all that. You can move everywhere. I mean, I've been playing as Bastion with guys on the show floor. You can set up here, plaster them, then you can just like, you either go to the left or to the right. You can just, you know, maybe set up anywhere you like jump onto the bridge, set up here, get them as they come through. There's a ton of different options, and I think it's pretty damn good, this section of the map is. So then when you get the payload, which is a battering ram, to this area of the map, it'll smash down this door. Now once it smashes down this door, you've got a couple of options. You can actually go behind the door if you want to, but I don't know why you would do that, because you kind of want to stay with your team. Because you could run behind the door that way, or just straight up running through the two side doors. So if we go to the right to begin with, we come into the castle itself, and I'll just show you the left-hand path as well, which is essentially the same thing. So it brings you into this area of the castle. Now, you've got a couple of options here as well. You can, and actually I'll show you a great Dark Souls reference in a sec. This is quite nice here. I think this is destructible, yeah. So you can move up to this high ground here, and then you can start taking shots over here. Now, that's pretty good, because this gives you like free reign over anybody in this area. Obviously, you are kind of open. You're going to need to use cover and stuff. But again, that's not too bad. You can jump down into this area here and take the right high ground, I suppose. There's a large health pack, and then there is a Dark Souls reference. A bonfire, great. And then you can move down, and this will bring you down back to the kind of the main areas, another spawn room there, into this area here. Now, obviously, the payload follows the red carpet. If you want to come round and take an immediate left, you can go into this area here, and there should be a health pack there, a small health pack. You've got vision over the... let's just get rid of this stuff, if I can get rid of it. Can't aim without a crosshair. Over to the end of the map, which is the... I forgot the guy's name. It's Reinhardt's commander. I forgot his name. Let's just call him Reinhardt's boss. Oh yeah, there's a small health in here as well. So there's like a lot of different ways you can go here. It's very varied. Like you could do a massive flank around this section of the map here. You could get up to here. Look at this. Just start taking out the defenders. Like defenders might be up there. They could be down there. They could be there. There's a lot of options for turret use as well. Like Bastion positioning can be quite strong on this map, and tourbillon turrets all over the place again can be really, really strong. So now I've actually moved all the way to the behind the point itself, and this is kind of like, I don't know, like maybe you could use this if you're Widow. If I could knock that out, I don't think I can knock this one out. If you were Widow, you know, you maybe could use this, or Soldier. Anybody could kind of use this. It's quite a nice position, especially when they do come around the corner, get a lot of damage in. It's nice for Junkrat. In fact, this map is quite nice for Junkrat overall. I mean, this area as well, if you can get up to here, you can just hit the defenders as they move through. It's really, really strong. This seems like an awesome kill zone to me. I mean, if you've got people over there, you've got somebody over there, you've got somebody where I am, you can just absolutely pump damage into people, which is, well, it just seems totally crazy to me. So that's basically the entire map. While I've got time, I think we'll just keep walking around and maybe just discuss some stuff which I've noticed from playing on the map itself, which, as I say, it's with guys on the show floor. So, you know, you get people who have maybe never played Overwatch before, or people doing other stuff like that, which, you know, or actually you do get like a full team of like friends or pros or whatever turn up, and it's like, oh, okay, then the map's over in a few seconds. So it's kind of hard to tell how the map's going to flow. All we can kind of do is just look at what we've got at the moment. I mean, look at these areas. They're just totally crazy. Like, I really think this is a great little... I think this is great. Like, I really, really like this point. It's probably one of my favorite points on any map, to be fair, because there's just so many different options. The defenders have got options. The attackers have got options. I mean, the attackers can come straight through this way, or they go up the side, or they use the cover here and come through this way. You know, I mean, you're going to need like a Reinhardt or maybe a quick push, because if somebody's standing there, they could be able to take you out in this choke, because it's ideal for Junkrat to stand over there and plaster his ordnance, let's call it, into this area, because, I mean, it's a small choke. It's just going to damage people. But, yeah, you could move around to this area and then maybe get into a flank here. I mean, I can see, like, people like Traces and Genjis, that the flanking is going to be really, really strong on this map, because all you need to do is get around, and once you've got, like, somebody who's up on the high levels over here who can disrupt some of the defense up there, it's going to let your payload move through, which is really, really strong. So, yeah, why do I think D.Va is pretty strong on this map? Well, because of just what I did. You know, you can jump all over the place. It's actually really effective. There's a lot of movement you can do. And also Junkrat. I mean, what I just did there with Farah, you can do that with Junkrat, which is, you know, pretty crazy. Like, you can rapidly move around the map almost at will. I think, like, the only issue I've got is, and I'm not even sure if this is just, like, a major issue. I mean, the only reason why I'm saying I think it's a bit of an issue to me is because even with guys on the show floor, you can easily block them at this choke. Like, you know, in completely uncoordinated teams, it seems a little bit too stretched. And, I mean, there really is no other way around. I mean, you can go around here, but this is probably going to kill me. Well, I think I can just about get around. Yeah, and Lucio could wall run around that, but, you know, you've got two heroes who could get around there. I don't think D.Va could do that. I think her jump would run out. You know, but sending a... In fact, this is like really far behind. This takes us around the other point. I guess that isn't too bad, to be honest. But I mean, I don't really see how that's a viable sort of flank, because if you're sending Farah around there on her own, yeah, maybe. But Lucio, you want Lucio on your team. You don't want him just going around. He's just going to get absolutely wrecked. So yeah, I don't know, guys. Well, I do know. I think I really enjoy this map. It's visually, it's quite outstanding. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Hopefully, this has given you a good look at the map itself. I'm getting told I have to come off now because there's another batch of guys about to start playing. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. This is Eichenwalde. I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. And this is live from the Gamescom show floor. I hope you enjoyed this more detailed look at the Eichenwalde map. And I want to see what you guys think about this and any kind of possible strategies which you think could be employed on the map. And what you think about the map overall. Maybe I'm overreacting about that choke or whatever. But yeah, all right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.